back, everyone. It's another. Ooh, JB is coughing like a little kid, mouth all open. You know how little kids like that sound with that cat coughing, wide mouth. Sorry, it's urban laughter.
Nobody heard it but you.
Ooh, but I seen it.
You just saw my face.
You saw. Good thing this ain't a visual episode. Yuck.
Right, because if it was, they see you in this big ass bonnet.
First of all, you didn't have to put my business out there like that. I didn't say nothing about his head being full of.
No. She said, I'm putting her business out there, even though I muted myself when I coughed.
All I said was that he coughed. I ain't tell y'all he looked like a wolf, looked like somebody put hair and cover his whole face.
How those kids, they be looking, their mouth be all wide open and everything.
Yeah, I was trying to give them a visual.
That's what you
I was trying to give them a visual to illustrate what was happening.
With this Plinko bag on your head, but oh no, I am the one doing it.
Don't do my Plinko bag. I was a black woman when you met me. You knew I had wore one of these to bed. Look, and I got curls under it. Look, I got it in a pineapple.
Oh no! So it was like a Plinko bag, and then she got a headband on too because she got to keep her edges down.
Yeah, y'all. Hello, ladies. You know the vibe. Anybody that wear lace, get a lace wig or sewing. You got to put that little headband around the top to keep it in place, to keep it looking slick.
That's how I had mine when I was in DR. I had to keep my hair down.
Y'all should see him too. He all mismatched. He got stripes everywhere.
Child,
he looked just like a little
But it was so funny being there. Everybody kept coming up to me that worked there, like, "Hey, you're Dominican?" And I was like, they kept doing like this, like it's just skin tone. You have skin like me.
Yeah, you have skin like me. And your name is Luis. Like what more could you? I literally said you did not see you put in the group chat. Like I know they probably like, oh,
my name. They didn't even know my name. They just I'm over there like, hey, can I get a caramel frappuccino? And they're like, you're Dominican? And I'm like,
yeah, no. Hello.
They're like, oh, because you look like me. Your skin is like mine. You do.
Right. I told you look like a.
I was like, oh. I called my dad and told him. He just busted out laughing.
Luis, somebody's Dominican uncle. No, because Puerto Ricans, y'all be mad prideful. Y'all be like, I'm Puerto Rican. Like, y'all be,
y'all be.
Yeah, they do.
Because they be offended. Like, did you just call me a Dominican? Did you?
Jew, Mr. Jew. Did you? You didn't have to do the Jew. First of all, I hope your relatives hear this and beat your ass.
They know it's true. They know it's true.
I also told his ass in the group chat that he needed to be careful because I knew he was going to get in the mix. I knew they was going to suck you in.
Yeah, now I feel like I need to relocate.
Yeah, because you really do look like it. I tell about you look like me, of course. Then they found out your name is Luis Cruz. They probably like, no, something's amiss.
No, but I said my name. I was talking to one of them. His name was Miguel. Every time I saw him, Miguel, I scream Miguel.
I love a good Miguel.
But he was like, he's like, oh, so what's your name? I said, oh, it's Luis Cruz. He's like, my last name is Cruz.
Oh, cousins, yes.
And then when I was eating, I called him my cousin the whole time we were there. I said, hi, my primo. So then I see this other guy. We sitting there eating, and he's working.
No, not there. You in Spanish talking about my mi primo.
So then I see this other guy. His name is Juan Luis. And I was like, you must
Juan
be cool
Luis.
because your name is, you have Luis in your name. He's like, your name's Luis. I said, yeah, my name is Luis. Every time I saw him, he's like, how's everything? Like, instantly became relative. So,
as soon as I go over there, what's your name? Haida. I be ordering I've been practicing my Spanish. I know I got a Spanish tutor. I be ordering my hot dogs from the man by the park. I be all dos perros caliente. But I'm getting better at my dos perros caliente.
Come on, roll the R.
Okay, hello, because you got to roll the R. My tutor told me. He said, no, roll the R. I said, okay, I got you. Went to go order my little hot dogs. I did good, right? Then he kicked the Spanish back, but I knew he was asking if I wanted ketchup or mustard. I didn't know how to say ketchup or mustard. So I was all like, look, okay, I'm just learning this. And yes, I do want ketchup and mustard. But yes. And Black people and some Latinos look alike. Like Dominicans and Panamanians especially. I told you when I go get my hair done by the Dominicans, they'd be like, they kick it because you get a discount.
When we got to the Dominican Republic, it literally it looked just like us. Mm-hmm. I seen some with waves and everything. I was just like,
go to New York.
Did I tell you, Enrico, about the driver that took us to the cabaret show?
Oh yeah, I forgot y'all went to Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Why was he in the car so live to Drake? He had Drake going. It was like, what song was it? Not God's Plan. What is it? She used to call me on my cell phone. What's the name of that
For
song?
myself. Hotline Bling.
He's sitting in the front seat like this, just his hands up and everything. I'm gonna send you the video. He was having the time of his life. And then he turns around finally.
Dying.
He's like, oh, you guys like music? Yeah, I mean, we've only been in here for 15 minutes as you've been blasting this. This is a little late for you to be asking that. But I definitely
like how other cultures of color, I love how other cultures of color do it. Here in America, they would be like, oh, that's ghetto and unprofessional. Yo, they do not be caring. Like, they do whatever they want.
They will sing out loud while they working, all kinds of stuff. Nothing stops their groove. That's one thing I love about men in other countries. Like, here, I think it's getting a little bit better, but, other countries, they don't care. So if they want to dance, they gonna dance. We developed a culture over time where men felt like it was not manly to dance or something. Not anywhere else. Just even my dad, my dad, full blood Puerto Rican from New York. Let some Mark Anthony come on. He will put a full salsa performance walking around the house. He used to have a Walkman. And he would throw on because we would get tired of him blasting in the house. So he had his little CD player and he walking around the house doing his little salsa and singing and acting like he playing the instruments and everything.
For me here, you want to see some Puerto Ricans go up on my life, put on that big pun. What is it, 100%? The one to start off with Puerto Rico.
Oh, my dad still tell you he believes the Big Pun is the best rapper ever to do it.
You want to see them go up? They put that shit on like how we run out to back that ass up. Yo, I've seen that. I looked at them. I was like, this is astounding. As soon as I heard the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh, it's Big Pun. Every Puerto Rican, top of their lungs. They sing it how white people sing Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, and it's not even just that he's Puerto Rican. It's the fact that he's from New York. So it's just like they see him up there. It's like, no, he one of us. like for real.
Puerto Rico and he Puerto Rican. What? He from New York and Puerto Rican? Like, oh, it's on. Or as they call them, New Yorkers.
Do you know that my dad, okay, so my dad is a huge Mark Anthony fan, Puerto Rican man. And then,
I didn't know Mark Anthony was Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I thought he was Venezuelan.
I'm going to tell my dad you said that later.
Please don't.
He ended up dating, because, he used to be married to Miss Puerto Rico. He ended up getting with Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez was from New York. My Uncle Johnny will let you know that they used to run the same parts of the neighborhood. Like, he used to see her around town and all this other stuff. Yo, how about when they got together, my dad was like, this is probably like the best marriage ever. Like, they're never going to get divorced because, like, you got Mark Anthony, you got Jennifer Lopez. She's beautiful. And then, like, some years passed and I called him. I was like, Dad, you hear that Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony are separating? My dad's response, not even hesitating when he responded to this, he says, it was her fault.
Wow.
That's how
blamed her.
That's how loyal to this man is.
Like, no, it wasn't Mark Anthony at all.
Mark Anthony could never be the reason why they're going to divorce. It has to be Jennifer Lopez.
Like, first of all, J-Lo, we're on to you and we know you messed up.
Yeah, my dad used to listen to Mark Anthony's, he got his DVD with his concert. He watched that DVD so many times it stopped working. He took it right back into Walmart to us. I just bought this and it's not working. I need to replace it. So, and he got a whole new.
So
he
y'all
exchanged
scamming Walmart runs in y'all blood.
First of all, why are we saying that out loud or this y'all thing on the podcast? Like, what are we doing?
You look at me like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't do. What are you talking about?
Like she acting like she's not the self checkout queen. But we're not.
Oh, first of all,
we're not gonna do
I don't be Don't be doing me like that at self checkout. No, the other day, y'all, I was in Target. Y'all know Target make you hit them bags. Y'all, I had brought only one little reusable Target bag. Y'all know New York, they supposed to let you plastic bags allegedly. So they make you buy reusable ones. My bag was under pressure. Like, I'm looking like, oh, this motherfucker great break. So I need another bag. So I check out, I tell the dude, like, yo, I need a bag. He like, oh, no, you can just take one. I said, I'm glad you said that because I was going to really just take one anyway. But then I see you coming and I didn't want you to try to put me on the spot about no fucking 25-cent bag. So, hey, I was down. We both started cracking up. I was going to take it anyway. But he did let me get a courtesy bag. I wasn't going, I would have gave them their quarter. Or it might have been 27 cents with tax or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if they taxed that. I don't be stealing from such a. I don't.
She's grown beyond that part of her life.
Hello, I pay somebody to do it for me. Because hello, sorry. I'm joking. I really don't be stealing. I get most of my stuff delivered to my house anyway. So
mm-hmm. She got fancy boosters now, but
she got fancy boosters now.
They got a whole delivery service app.
I don't even know what a booster is.
We know some people who do though, but anyway,
I don't know what a booster is.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and get in here. So as always, reminder, subscribe on YouTube if you're listening from there. Follow us. Well, also subscribe on whatever podcast streaming platform you're listening to us on. Follow us on social media at the Rude Urban Truth Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and Rude Urban Truth Pod on Twitter, and go to the website, therudeurbanTruth.com. With all of that, do you have a rude quote of the week for us this week?
I do. And it's not even like a rude quote. It's really like some like words of advice. And I know all of us have probably heard it. But remember when you dating somebody new, how you get them is how you lose them. Meaning, if you kicking it with somebody and they cheating on somebody else to get with you, don't think that you're so special that you're going to be exempt. Now, there's been some edge cases where some people really have cheated and just really stuck with that person. But honey, don't go in there feeling that special. Don't do that, because how you get them is how you lose them. So if you meet a man that's cheating, think about his level of loyalty.
Right.
He needs to break it off with this and then come your way. So just remember that, because you don't want to be next.
I wasn't, we talked about stuff like this in the past, but I was in this group. It's like a nerd group. It's probably the biggest nerd group on Facebook for Black people. And someone made a post in there talking about my girl told me that she's not obligated to have sex with me. He's like, but where am I supposed to get it from? Somebody commented talking about her hairstylist. This is the type of stuff that ends up getting y'all messed up. Because y'all be on hairstylist listening to people like this, and then you're going to get her edges singed, and then she going to come after you. Because you're doing too much. You're doing entirely too much. And somebody out there is thinking the same thing. So y'all better be careful. Y'all better be careful.
Like, don't be dumb.
And that's real dumb. That's real dumb.
Yes.
Like, for real. But I have someone for Black Magic this week. It is
because Happy Black History Month.
Right. And this is a great opportunity to do this, because this is a first. The Black Magic this week is the Hatley Brothers Racing Stables. So I am highlighting them because it's a family-owned establishment, and they created it over 6 decades ago. It was created by James Hatley Sr. Well, I'm highlighting them because they became the first Black family in Texas to race quarter horses, and they named their newest steed Black Lives Matter.
Oh, I like this. I like where this is going.
Oh, this is what made it, because I saw some TikTok before it actually went viral, right?
I want to say, I think I see it too, because when he won. Sorry, I don't want to.
He went up there, y'all. I know y'all can hear her. She ain't even gonna mute herself. She can mute herself so you don't hear the packaging of what she's eating, but she didn't even bother to do that.
Mind your business. Number one, I'm muting.
But thing that made it funny is that he recorded himself, like when he went into the stable to check in his horse as a racer for that week, or whatever. So he has the recording, and the man is going through the paperwork, and he gets to his paperwork, and the white guy looks at him with this stank face and says, "Black Lives Matter." So he can see that this already gonna be some mess. Well, the race starts up. Black Lives Matter was not leading by any means, but then just hearing the announcer continuing to say, "Oh, and here comes Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is catching up. Black Lives Matter is," and you just hear, and then Black Lives Matter actually won, which was super dope. They said that they put a lot of thought into the name, hoping to use it as a way to consistently bring awareness to the condition of Black people in America and leave its mark on race attendees, whether or not the horse won. Because wherever they are in the race, they're going to say this person's name as they're making moves throughout the thing. It was so dope to see, but the fact that he actually won made it even crazier. So and he won by a lot, for a horse race. But I just thought it was really, really dope. But then the fact that this is like a Black-owned, family-owned horse stable, and they legit went out here with a new horse named the Black Lives Matter and won, and the people, I'm sure, were hot about it.
I hope that's a precursor to what's really great happening in the trajectory of all of our Black beautiful lives.
Right.
That we about to triumph and win.
Yeah, I just think it was so dope. But they said that so far the horses compete in a number of races, but this one was in this particular race, he was in last place. That was the thing. He was not leading at all. This horse was way back. I said, oh God, they went and bought the worst horse. Let's hope not. And then you just see him start slowly catching up. It was like watching Sha'Carri Richardson and how she'd be just kind of chilling, and all of a sudden you just see him just flying, and then boom, horse won. So I thought that would have been dope to highlight. And then especially considering there have been a lot of movies lately that have been talking about Black cowboys and the history of Black cowboys that clearly has been erased to make it seem like this was always a white thing.
I mean, but if you think about the swag of a cowboy, it definitely gives Black men like traditional Black man swagginess. And it makes sense because, well, we've been manual laborers since we've arrived on this motherfucking country.
Okay.
So being a cowboy is a form of manual labor. Makes a lot of sense.
Cool. So that is my Black magic for this week. Are you ready to go ahead into Rude Talk?
Mm-hmm. I was out here eating M&M's, but I don't have the sheet up.
I got it up. You ain't put... Y'all, she said that like she put something in here this week.
No, I really had some I wanted to put in. I'm going to just put it in now.
No, it's cool. So, because some of these things, so full transparency. We were supposed to record last week, but we decided we were going to do it like later on a Saturday and...
Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday. And it was getting too close to when Janet Jackson was going to...
Y'all, he's so extra. I told him we could have did it after.
No, it was a 2-hour special.
I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, it was 2 hours. 2 hours on Friday, 2 hours on Saturday. I was like, oh, I know she ain't going to be trying to do no recording. That would have been, like 10 o'clock your time? That's close to booty call hours. I don't know what you have planned.
After that last little debacle where I didn't say too much in front of him. We forget that.
Right. Okay, so these are some of the things I found then. So we're just going to go over them. So as always, I have some Am I the Assholes. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I want to get your opinion on which ones you want us to talk about. One of them I am going to do because I find it hilarious. I just want to know how you would respond to this, or if you think he's really in the issue there. Okay, one of them is, am I the asshole for not helping my teenage daughter when she got stuck doing something I told her not to do? I have one for saying, and y'all gonna have to bear with me. My computer's old now. It's just loading so slow. But okay, the next one is, am I the asshole for not accepting my sister's relationship with my ex despite having cancer as a teenager? Yes, that's all the same thing. It's a whole lot going on there. Okay. One, am I the asshole for telling a girl to leave after she ruined sex? And lastly, am I the asshole for telling my aunt that I have sex?
So that last one is dumb weird. Like, am I asking to my aunt that I have sex? Like,
it's a lot deeper than just the title too.
The childhood cancer one. Where were we at? What time? Man, we're only 20 minutes in. We're doing all of these.
Okay. Well, I'll start with the one.
We're only 20 minutes in. We're doing all of these.
We're going to start with the one that you said sounds dumb about telling the aunt that he had sex. This one, I read this one and I was like, oh, this took a turn. And then when I say it took a turn, the first line throws the whole thing off.
Oh, so it's gone left.
So the person who wrote this is a 28-year-old male. This is what he writes. I have autism spectrum disorder. I am semi-verbal and sometimes use British Sign Language, signs, supported English, or a computer device to communicate when I struggle to vocalize, which is not all the time. I have a job and live independently. I know my movements, my voice, my intonation are strange, and I stem when I am upset or happy. I think this person is maybe from England. I'm thinking... Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe you can correct me. STEM is probably like the same as like stuttering or something through speech or something. I'm not sure. But he said, I struggle to read people. I don't make eye contact and I often don't express myself correctly. But with all of this, he does say that I have a girlfriend who's 29 who I've been in a relationship now for 10 years.
Okay.
And I am planning on asking her to marry me shortly. I'm very excited because I think she will say yes, and then she'll be my wife and we can be married together.
I'm excited. I was going to say, I hope he's going to marry this girl. Like, boy, how long you plan on dating her?
Well,
So I said, okay.
This is where things become interesting and why he worded his "am I the asshole" the way he did. During lockdown, my family and I, girlfriend included, have been keeping in touch via Zoom meetings. I have a younger cousin who's 25 who's also autistic and cannot live independently. My aunt is that cousin's primary caretaker, and last week she was talking about a support group she's been attending for parents of autistic children. She was saying how she is like the mom of the group because she has the most experience. She says she also talks about me in the group, how I use my hands and computers to talk, how my little job, because she also makes it seem like he doesn't really have a real job, lets me help out with the numbers because I like math, and how sweet my girlfriend is for caring for me. So I'm already not liking how her wording is for a lot of this stuff because it makes it seem like almost like she looks at this like it's play.
Right.
He can't be fully capable of doing this stuff. Well, when she said this stuff, his girlfriend corrected her, saying she does not care for me as in take care of him. And he was confused because he's like, I work in the finance department of a company. I calculate and organize the numbers, and I do talk sometimes. My aunt rolled her eyes and says she knows I try to be independent, but I do need help. And after talking some more, it turned out that my aunt believed my girlfriend was not actually my girlfriend, but my live-in caretaker, and that everyone humored me because I had a crush on her. She became quite upset upon finding out that this was not the case and believes our relationship is inappropriate because I am practically a child. I shouted that I am not a child. I am a grown man with a degree and a job and a girl who I love and have sex with because I am an adult. And she started saying that I should shut up and stop being vulgar, but I was upset and I told her that my girlfriend and I have an adult relationship where we have sex frequently and often, and I thoroughly enjoy having sex because I am a grown man with a sex drive, and at this point I left the Zoom call. My girlfriend tells right.
Good for him.
My girlfriend tells me that my anger was justified because my aunt was like basically making him seem like he was an infant. But maybe I should have left out all of the sexual details. My parents say I should apologize. My grandpa thinks the whole thing is very funny. I'm very confused because everyone says such different things. Am I the asshole?
No, and I'm with Pap. That shit's funny, and that's what she get.
Mm-hmm. Like, how do you sit here and try to demean all of the things that he's done? Like, he's gone to college, has gotten a degree, works for a finance company, a company in their finance department, organizing their numbers. Like, she makes it seem like she believes that all people who are of the autism spectrum are like her child, where we know that it's a spectrum. That means it can span all things. Everyone's interactions, everyone who is in the spectrum is not going to act the same. Right.
I'm glad that he told her that. That's what you get. And that's so insulting about they thought it was his caretaker.
Right.
And that she was just humoring him.
I would have lost it. They've been together for 10 years.
Would have lost it. Like, we've been together for a decade. Make it like it's my caretaker. You know what? I'd have did the same thing. I'd have got. She talking about you don't need to be vulgar. I'd have got. You know how I get.
I would have went all the way in.
I'd have took it all the way to 10. Like, oh, we dropping it low to the floor. Say less, auntie. Got you.
Like, oh, you think this is my caretaker girlfriend? You remember when I ate you? Oh, that's too much.
Yes. Get into the details, and then I'm the kind of girlfriend I'm gonna feed into. I'm gonna lift my. Oh, you wanna? Oh, okay. Oh, because I thought your aunt said something.
Right. Oh, you want me? Hold on. Pull out your phone, sis, because I know you got a video of the last time we did. Can you show Auntie? Because she tried it. She absolutely tried it. So yes, everyone thinks he's not the asshole, and that the aunt was actually the asshole. I would love an update to see what things are doing now, because that group has made that aunt fool of herself, thinking that she is like the queen of caretaking for anyone in the autism spectrum. No, you know how to take care of things with your child. That does not mean it's going to always apply to anyone else. And it was really rude to insult him and the girlfriend by saying stuff like that in front of everybody too. Y'all did this on a family Zoom call.
Hello. Like, really thought they was talking about, but really thought she was doing something. And you could tell she really probably thought she was doing something. You could tell. Like, no.
Okay, so
Dummy.
this is the one where the guy is
Take over
telling the
sip now.
girl that
At Peps.
the girl ruined sex. Okay. So long. Okay, so it's a long story. It's not really a long story. The one that we just did was longer. Last week, I had one night stand with this girl. We're both around the same age bracket in the early 20s. I've never really hung out with her, just the two of us, as I know her from a mutual friend. And I usually speak to her when me, my mutual friend, and the rest of our friend group were together. I always found her extremely attractive, thought she carried herself well, as most girls, including some in our friend group, at like complete whores with no self-respect. So this shy, timid, and cute girl was a breath of fresh air for me. You can already tell that this is about to go left. The fact that he's calling some of these girls that are actually mutual friends whores. Anyway, it made me instantly want to strike up something more intimate with her. And as we got to talking more and she became more comfortable with talking to me in person and on social media, we became close and started flirting. Flash forward to a few months later, we're sexting and all of that crap. So finally last week, we agreed to hang out at my place while my parents were out. Pizza, movie, the whole schlock. Okay, so you still staying with your parents. Okay. Not even gonna go with him further with that. Quickly, we were making out on the couch, and I thought it'd be best to carry things upstairs in case someone walked in earlier than expected. The sex started out great. Honestly, I don't know if it sounds creepy, but she had this whole innocent, pure vibe, and it got me fired up that I was afraid of climaxing earlier than I usually do. He's going into a lot of detail here. We began doing doggy, and everything was going great until halfway through, she farted while I was inside of her. And it wasn't just like a little silent pop. It was like a loud trumpet sort of sound. And I had to, you're muted, by the way. She farted while I was inside, and it wasn't just a silent pop. It was a loud trumpet of a sound. And I had to stop because my erection immediately went down. She starts looking confused and asked if everything was okay. I tried to play it cool and pretend I was tired, but I think my attitude put her off because I couldn't keep eye contact with her. Honestly, I was just so grossed out. I know I sound like a douche, but I'm just being honest. I told her eventually what the issue was, and she started crying and apologizing, saying it was a mistake. I felt bad because she looked really embarrassed, but for me personally, I couldn't carry on or try again with sex after that. I felt pretty gross. If I'm being honest, I ended up asking her politely if she could leave and we'd hang out again some other time. She didn't say anything. She just got dressed and went downstairs for her cab. I didn't go down and wait with her because I had to jump in the shower, and by the time I got out, she was gone. I haven't spoken to her in the past week since it happened, and I feel pretty awkward about even trying now, as I feel there's no point. And he's wondering if he's the asshole. He did put an edit and said, I'm not an idiot. I know women fart too, and I know it's a natural bodily function, but I just found it really rude and disrespectful and disgusting for someone to do that during such an intimate act. I'm just saying there's a time and a place for it. I hold my farts in during, so I don't understand why she had to make it so obvious. Mind you, he literally said she was bent over. But anyway, continue. What are your thoughts on this?
First of all, this is why, ladies, we don't need to give it up sometimes. This is just a perfect example of all of them don't deserve it to me. Mm-hmm. It is a normal bodily function. She wasn't over. How do you know it was actually? Because sometimes our vaginas actually make that sound.
I was like, it can be.
And it's usually because, exactly, a little queef. And it's usually because you ain't got enough to fill it up. Mm-hmm. How about that, buddy?
Just pushing a lot of air in there.
Yeah, you're pushing a lot of air. You're pushing a lot of air in there. So you probably either, if you got the length and all the girth and all that, you ain't got the stroke. Something's amiss. Either you ain't got it or the stroke is off. It's one of two ways, but it all is boiling down to you and your performance, buddy. And now you had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to go soft. Did you smell anything? You didn't miss anything about sense.
Right.
He didn't say, right. It probably wasn't that. It probably was him. And because she's a mature woman, she probably recognized that, this little, sometimes it'd be like that. She understood that. For you to say all that, like there's a time and a place. Sometimes you can't hold it in. How many times have you done stuff and I've heard people laugh and it accidentally slip out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what some people were like, yo, you could have literally laughed that shit off and kept right on.
Right. But you know what? It's okay. You stay. I'm going to leave your mom's house and go back to mine. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to have to ever talk again. How about that? Mm-hmm. How about that? How's that for running things?
Yeah. I just don't understand. He's the asshole. He's definitely the asshole here.
Yeah.
Like this is one thing, like if he would have said like, oh, I was eating her out from behind and then she farted in my face. I'm like, okay, I would be more inclined to be like, okay, that was, hey, you could have let me know that was coming. Like, don't just, now I got pink eye. But
no, I'm turning you off because all that pink eye part was unnecessary. Number one, and then number two, why would you? Yeah, no, we're done here. We're done.
Just saying, like, he made that seem like it was, like you said, it might not have been an actual fart. It could have easily been. And then with the way he described it to me, I'm more inclined to think it was a queef.
Yeah, me too.
And there was just a lot of air that was coming out. But child, I just can't. I can't. But all right, so you are in agreement with the asshole community.
You know,
since we are talking about the farts, this is one that I found. This is one I knew I was going to talk about, and it wasn't one of the ones I just named. I came across it on Facebook, but it's about farting. The title is, "Am I the asshole for farting every time my wife barges into the bathroom?"
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
This is already sounding awkward. She shouldn't be, but
and the person said the title sounds kind of but hear me out. My wife and I have been married for 6 years. Like any married couple, we share everything. However, me being a naturally private person, I just don't like it when someone invades my private space, the bathroom, for instance. Let me just say I take my time. When answering nature's call, I just go with my phone and do my thing. Recently, my wife has just started barging in randomly for no good reason. It freaks me out and also makes me feel a little stressed and anxious because I feel like my private space is constantly being invaded. I don't get why she does it. She barges in whenever I'm in there, takes a look around for a whole minute, and then just slowly walks out. I told her how I felt about this, and she brushed me off saying, "You have nothing to hide. Why are you so worried about me walking in randomly?" He said I had enough and decided I needed a way to keep her out since she has taken off the lock. One thing my wife,
taking off the lock.
Right. One thing my wife hates is me farting. She absolutely hates the smell and says it's disgusting. So what I started doing is that every time I'm in the bathroom and she barges in, I fart like really loudly and produce a really nasty smell. Ew. It worked because once she hears the sound, she runs out. I thought this was the solution, but she picked up on what I was doing and discovered that I was doing it on purpose to keep her out. She started arguing with me about it, almost saying I'm banned from farting in the bathroom, which is ridiculous. I kept doing it, which kept pissing her off. Now she isn't even talking to me, saying I'm being a child and an asshole for this behavior. Is he an asshole?
I mean, kinda, but I don't understand how you could do it on demand like that. Like, where's this coming from? Like,
I almost feel like he knows she's coming, so he's just waiting.
Yeah,
but I don't see him as an asshole here. I see her as an asshole. He's made it clear to her, "Hey, I don't like when you do that."
She's you're right. Let me change my answer. Look, you're right. Let me change my answer because he did clearly express that, hey, you're doing this to uncomfortable with me, and at the expense of his. And then comfort,
why is she taking the lock off?
You know, taking the lock off is wild.
Like she literally acting like she got kids in the house. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
like now she's taking his lock off, sis, and for what reason?
Yeah, he's not an asshole. I'm impressed with his ability to do that on demand. Y'all hear her trying to slowly go inside this package. She keep forgetting she got a mute button.
I used the mute button before, and I was talking.
Oopsie! Now y'all hear this?
First of all, don't do me like that, y'all. I'm tearing these M&Ms up. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
She's fucking them M&Ms up.
I've been crushing the whole time. They are so good.
Fucking them up. But yeah, she tried it. Actually, I'm not gonna read these other ones. I'll tell you what they were though. One of them basically, the daughter, the one about the parent not helping her daughter when she got stuck. What she basically got stuck doing, she was sneaking out, got stuck on the roof. And
I left her out there.
She left her out there. Her family's mad because she left her up there because she felt like she was trying to prove a point. She was like, she is proving a point. She told you not to do it. Why are you getting up there? You want to get up there? Okay, sit up there. So it says that the window is probably around 4 feet from the roof. And she said, my daughter is 5 foot tall and can't get back in the window without standing on something. So basically she went out there, got stuck on the roof, and her mama left her up there. She left her up there for like 2 hours.
I'd probably do the same thing. You want to sneak out? Let this be a lesson to you. It ain't fun up there, is it? Right.
And this other one, this is too long of a one. I'm glad I didn't do it. It was the one about the cancer and dating the girl, someone else. And It was a lot. Basically, like the title said, her sister basically ended up getting in a relationship with her ex, and then I guess the cancer was being used as a way to justify, oh, my life is valuable. This is who I want to be with, kind of thing. Whatever. But I have another thing that I am calling 21 questions. It will not be 21 questions because we ain't got that kind of time. But one of the things is basically a list of, they called it 139 funny controversial topics.
Oh, let's talk about them.
I'm going through these. Some of these are not controversial.
You mean I feel like an engagement post is upon us?
But here's one. Do you believe that when you get married, you marry your spouse's entire family?
To an extent, because you got to deal with those people. And that's why people emphasize so much that it's good that you marry into a good family and a loving one. Because that person's family is a part of them. I mean, granted, y'all might not all live together or live near each other, but there's going to be instances, family reunions, funerals, weddings, all types of other stuff, birthdays that y'all going to have to get together. And it's a lot easier if y'all niggas...
So what if y'all don't like each other?
It's a lot easier if y'all get along. No, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. You know it's going to be hard.
All right.
The good thing is, most of the time, my personality, there's about 10 that don't like me, but there's about another 15 that do. So it balances out. And I don't care. Y'all know how I am. I do not care.
Okay, so this next question is completely different from the last one I asked you, which is a question as I'm reading it, I'm thinking like, man, this could actually go both ways. And I would have to explain why I think it could go both ways. Who's the bad guy between these two cartoon characters? Tom or Jerry?
Jerry.
So Jerry the mouse is the bad guy.
Yes. They really tried to make Tom to be all the menace, but Jerry be antagonizing that man. That cat.
See, it depends on the episode you watch.
Because some of these episodes,
like Tom really be like, yo, I'm about to eat
you. Because Tom is being a cat. But Jerry be doing way too much to be a mouse. Like, what are you doing? You're doing way too much to be a mouse.
Is like his right to go chasing, like trying to get Tom back after Tom been out here trying to eat him.
Tom is being a cat. A cat going cat. Okay, the cat be catting. It's like saying a snake. Oh, the snake ate the mouse. Snakes eat mice too.
He be out there playing a whole viola or whatever.
I like Tom. Okay, I vote for Jerry. You are not changing my mind on this.
I don't know.
Because Jerry be doing stuff. Jerry be dropping anvils on him and everything. Like, he be doing way too much to Tom. And then poor Tom be getting beat by the owner. Remember that time Tom got his little butt beat with the little paddle?
Because he out here acting up in the house. You out here all up in the kitchen knocking stuff over, and you thinking that this lady ain't gonna come through and beat your booty?
Why was he knocking stuff over?
Because he was trying to eat Jerry.
Exactly. And Jerry was doing stuff. And that's why he be having to come out.
Jerry was like, yo, I ain't going down without a fight. Like, if you
see, look at you defending Jerry.
Run up, get done up.
But Jerry don't be doing nothing. Jerry be doing stuff, doing all that stuff. And then Jerry got the audacity to have a little nephew. He be bringing his little relatives there and everything.
Uncle with the long mustache that, he plays the little guitar.
Speedy Gonzalez?
No, we talked about him before.
Oh, you don't want to be singing a little song.
Yes.
Doing that one, whatever how that song goes.
And then the little nephew was cute. But he had his little sword. They were doing almost like little Three Musketeers.
You really on the rodent train. That's because you got...
If you know what, you're trying it. It. Okay, so here's another question. Never mind. I was about to ask it. But I already know your answer. If I know your answer, there's no point of me asking the question.
Ask it. I want to know.
No, because you're going to say, okay, I'm not going to say what I think you're going to say. I'm going to see what you actually end up saying.
Don't pique my curiosity.
Because I already know. Do you believe sex before marriage is necessary to determine if the relationship will work in that department?
Absolutely. Do you buy a car? Do you test drive a car before you buy?
I knew you were going to use the car reference. Yes! I knew you were going to use the car reference.
Because that's dumb. That is dumb. That is dumb. Imagine not having sex and then you get married and it's weak. And you, till death did you parted it. Oh my goodness, no.
Okay, so in your history with dating men, do you think men go through hormonal changes a few days every week, same as women?
Absolutely. I date Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Did you forget about Mark? Absolutely. Absolutely. There were so many times I had to text him, stop overreacting. But I will say I do appreciate the vulnerability and the emotion. Emotion is better than nothing at all, and you being stowed and holding it in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to the little ping, you can make things work because there's some ladies who did marry a man with the little one. There's toys and stuff. I'm sure they know that. You can all end up satisfied.
Okay,
And so
so
can he.
these two questions are about kids, not necessarily you having kids, but what you would do in situations if there were kids involved.
I
One
feel
of
like
them
this is going to be
is,
some mess.
what is the going rate for the tooth fairy? Like when you had kids, like how much are you gonna give them for the tooth? Because back in the day we would get like $1. These kids be expecting like
$1, man. I had quarters under mine. They be all falling on the floor. You know, quarters time when they hit quarters.
I lost a tooth. My dad
Maybe
tried to
$1.
sneak and put the money under the pillow. And then
Oh my goodness.
I woke up in the middle of him doing it. So he's staring at me in my face while I'm laying on the couch. Watching him try to take, like, not look like he's putting money under there. He's like, oh, I found this money that the tooth fairy. If you don't get out of my face line.
Okay.
But mind you, I was too old anyway. At that point, I knew the tooth fairy wasn't real. I was waiting for him to put money under my pillow anyway. All right, so here's the other one. At what age do you think you would have the sex talk with your child?
Maybe like around, if it's a girl, well, girl and boy, 11. 11's right around puberty kind of start getting started. And if I have a young daughter who starts her cycle early, because some girls start cycles as early as 9. If I have a girl that starts her cycle at 9, I'm telling her then. Because I need her to understand that nobody should be touching you, nobody should be doing anything to you. Because at that point, you can carry a child. And we've seen stories where 9-year-olds have had babies. No, that I'm going to talk to her at 9 if it happens then. But the starting point definitely like 10, 11. Because puberty starts to happen then. You start breaking out and getting gross. That's what my mom talked to me about
it. Not breaking out and getting gross.
No, for real. Like I've watched like my nephews deteriorate into like these, like as they get older, like 9 and 10, like gross things. Like they're gross anyway because they're like boys. And they do like little gross rough boy stuff like frogs, stuff, gross stuff kids do. But I've watched my nephews like morph into this thing, and it's like kinda, but it's part of puberty. Like,
okay, so here's an interesting one. Have you ever put a sock in your underwear to see what it would look like if you had a penis?
No. Why would I give all this beautiful flat? Like, for an extension? Absolutely not.
I thought that. What about this one? Do you think that if you were a guy, you would be a good-looking guy?
Absolutely. Honey, it's Prince Purple. I'd have women out everywhere, okay? You hear me? I'd be on don'tdatehim.com site.
And she would also still be 2 feet tall.
Oh, no, I didn't think about that. I would be a short man. I wouldn't have no women at all. Oh, I forgot. You ain't mentioned that I would have to stay my same height. Now, if I was a tall man, yes. If I was going to be like 6 foot, maybe even 5'11", kind of 5'11" and up, like, yeah, I'd have women. Oh, not at this height now. I'm 4'11". If I was 4'11", no, you know damn well I wouldn't have nobody. Even short women don't like short men. Oh, I would be jammed up. I'd be out here all little. No.
Okay, so this is one that should be interesting because I can't think of a ton of people outside of one person, and I'm not even sure if they're over 65. Who do you think is the sexiest male celebrity over 65?
Who's a sexy male celebrity over 65?
Because I was like, is Denzel over 65? I
don't think so. That means like in his 50s.
Yeah, kind of know. I've been sitting wondering about that. Like, who?
How old is Denzel? Denzel Washington, 67, baby. Count him in. Count old boy in. Okay, he was born December 28th, 1954. Yes, I think that man is beautiful.
That's the only person I can think of that's around that age. Like, because ain't nobody gonna ever be like Samuel L. Jackson. So
yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's like 73. Can you believe that?
I can't.
It didn't even seem like it.
No, I guess it doesn't seem like it for other people. He definitely
don't to
me. Oh, oh my God. Oh, this question is sick. I'm not sure if I should say it. Maybe I'm trying to find them. I don't know, because you're gonna react like I did. Because okay, I'm gonna ask it. So, because you told me to. If someone offered you $10 million to have sex with a sibling, would you consider it?
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Right. I'm like, that's a lot of
money.
Is that even a question? Why would somebody white made this list? Just like this one, let's be honest. We know dogs lick their private parts all the time. Do you ever think about that when they are licking your face? First of all,
Ooh,
black
no.
people
First
don't
of
let
all,
you lick their face. This is why
I
the
was
same
going to
other
say,
white
because whose
question.
dog is living? You see Kev on stage and think like they recognize black dogs know that they black.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you had to choose, would you date someone with chronic bad breath or body odor?
You're going for the body odor. You can reach the funk off. Sometimes the mouth would be taking like real live deep dive dentistry work to cure bad breath.
All
You can
right.
wash funk off.
Okay, so these are going to be my last two questions. Oh, I'm not asking that because I don't think this is something you want to tell the people on the podcast.
Oh, you see me all? I'm on that one.
You don't want to know that one.
Can you text me it?
I'll
Could
text
you
it
text
to
me
you.
it?
I'll text it to you. And then you can and y'all can hear this. I'm sending it to her so she can
Yes.
okay whether
Send it
this
to me
is a
so I can
question
see.
that I can actually ask. I'm putting it in the chat for us.
You sent me a video. This video you sent me.
That's the man dancing in the car to.
Oh, I can't wait.
So check your chat in Zencaster.
Oh no, I'm not going to. No, you're
See?
right. You're right.
See, I know you well enough to know that's not one that you're going to be answering.
Yeah, and no, the answer is no, but I still don't want to discuss it on here.
Okay, this one is: would you ever refuse to date someone because you didn't like their first name? Or what about their last name? Like you were thinking, like if we got married, I would have to take that name on. I'm not sure if I want to have that name.
First of all, this is a modern marriage, and you do not get to take on anybody's last name if you don't want to.
Okay.
We can hyphenate. I mean, I guess you don't like it, so you can go hyphenate it. But no, that's dumb. I get people nicknames anyway. So your name could be something ugly, and I'm still gonna call you the nickname.
Oh my god!
Not you, gasping.
This is my last question. If you had a baby, right? You had a baby. You're still in the hospital, but you were given the choice of taking home any baby from the hospital without knowing which one was yours. Would you go for the best looking one?
Wait, say that again.
So you had a baby, but you didn't know what your baby looked like. And like, like in the shows, you can go walk up to the room and you see all the babies in their beds.
Yeah.
Imagine that you were told, okay, your baby's in here. You don't know which one of these is yours. Would you just naturally go for the baby that you feel like looks the best? Or would you try to find one that looks kind of similar to what you look like?
I'm finding one that look kind of similar to what I look like because I don't want no questions in the future.
I'm sitting here like, how you just go
right? Like you just pick up a cute baby and then your husband go and look and they go test it and your husband do something weird later on and he found out it ain't his and he'll be like, "Well, it ain't mine anyway." Well, it ain't mine either technically. I actually scooped up what I thought was cute. And all newborns are kind of like newborn babies are kind of like they're not cute.
They're
cute
like
because
raisins.
Yeah, they're cute because they're babies, but they look like naked mole rats.
Yeah,
they're cute because they're babies. Like, does that make sense? Like they're not physically like newborn babies are not physically attractive. They are little and pink and discolored.
I was a cute baby.
No.
You wouldn't even think that was my newborn picture. My sister looked like she wasn't even done yet. You
was pink and discolored. None of them looked. They all look like raw chicken.
I mean, see, I think I got mine on my Facebook. I'll send it to you. I look like a newborns. I look like my mama said, "I'm gonna choose the good looking baby and the thing and take him home."
Newborns be looking like little raw. They be all new to the world with their little big faces and they little noses, and they all kind of favor each other because they are widow and big. Well, some of them be having hair, but they so cute because they little babies. But they all look alike. They don't look like anything.
No, they don't. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see this little ugly baby picture.
You're gonna be like, "No, that ain't it." And I'm like, "No, that literally was my newborn photo." I gotta find it. I don't know how long ago it's been since I posted it though. So hopefully it doesn't take
Queen
forever.
Elizabeth is still alive. Did y'all know that?
Who?
Queen Elizabeth.
Well,
I thought she had passed away. I thought she had passed away before Charles.
Hold on.
You look just like the rest of them. You look pink.
No, I don't.
You look pink.
You're going to be like, no, there's no way that this is the baby that came out. Like my sister looked a mess. Like I was scared for her future. Because I was like, this is what she looked like now. She looked like,
your poor mom probably had mad heartburn with all that hair.
Right.
You know those. From day. Oh, this is such a cute picture.
My sister looked like, how they had like little egg rolls that look like they white and you can kind of see the vegetables and stuff inside of it automatically. Like they steam. That's what my sister looked like as a baby.
Don't do it. You look like the rest of them. But this is a cute picture. You look like a little pink potato sack.
Well,
You look pink, like undercooked chicken.
no, I don't.
You look like a hairy, undercooked piece of chicken.
Well,
But this is a cute picture. Oh, but look at the little baby.
I know.
Oh, him grew up to be so ugly. Yeah, I'm dead. I hate that for
He
him.
grew up to look like you.
So, one of my aunts going to send it to my mom talking about, she going to say, that JB look like he could be one of you. I was hollering. So people really do think we're siblings. It's because we got the same nose.
And we bald.
Well, ain't no we ho. People I be saying that like, oh, y'all look alike. Like, no, we do not. It's because we got the same nose.
Well, that's all I got for Rude Talk. I did have something I wanted to talk about for Living While Black, though, because
we've been black most of our lives.
Yeah, you see how I set you up for that? But, okay, so there are a lot of people that have a lot to say right now. I personally am very okay with it. They recently announced the casting for the Color Purple, which is going to be based more on the musical than the actual old movie. Fantasia has been cast as Celie.
She was Celie in the play.
And yep, Danielle Brooks is cast as Harper. What's her girl name?
Miss Sophia.
Miss Sophia, yes. Taraji P. Henson is going to be Suge Avery. Coleman Domingo is going to be Mr.
Okay, first of all, Taraji being Suge Avery. Oh, Danielle's the same age as us. She only 32.
And then Halle Bailey is going to be, or Halle Bailey is going to be the young version of Nettie. So I just think it's going to be really good. And they chose a lot of good singers. Taraji actually doesn't sound bad as a singer. I didn't realize that she was actually a decent singer until I saw her on that show that Jimmy Fallon has now, where celebrities be singing like
the Jimmy Fallon Night Show, or is it like a totally different show?
It's a separate show, but it's kind of inspired by something he started on his nighttime show. But I'm excited about it because one, Fantasia has the best version of I'm Here that I've heard so far, even though I've always felt like that song was written specifically for her. A lot of people wanted Cynthia, what's her name, Erivo, to be Celie because she's played Celie on Broadway too. But I feel like Fantasia kind of connects a little bit more to that Celie character than Cynthia does, and there's a lot more emotion there. But I'm excited about it. Apparently, Danielle Brooks got a Tony nomination for playing Sophia on the Broadway version before too. So I just feel like it's just going to be a lot of greatness going on. But the video of Danielle Brooks finding out that she got the role is so heartwarming. Like Oprah called her and told her, she's like crying and everything. It's so nice. And then because Oprah called her and said, I'm so happy to pass whatever baton from 40 years ago to you. And I know you're going to kill it because we know that Oprah played Sophia in the movie. So I think that was really nice. And then there's a video of Fantasia when she found out she got the role and she's really excited. So I just feel like it's going to be really good. Really excited about it. I really hope I don't hate Coleman Domingo because I really like him as an actor, but playing Mr. means you got to be a real nasty person. And Danny
Glover,
poor,
you're a woman. Like, it would make me so mad. But I love the part where everybody can say the little kids come walking in and they say, "Where Miss Celie? Home, fixing the shave, Mr. Sugar." Every knew that throat was about to be sliced.
But yeah, I just want to say, because I think a lot of people consider Color Purple one of their favorite black movies.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite black movies.
And
me and my friends do the "You and Me, Us Never Part," Natina. Whenever we leave each other, yeah, I know.
I don't do that, but
we be doing that. We be all.
So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be nice. I think if anything, we're gonna get some amazing vocals, and the person who's directing the movie is the person who did Beyonce's Black is King movie.
Hello, it's gonna be dope. I like that. That was a beautiful movie. But you're not gonna do it back to me?
No.
Okay. Every day your blackness just becomes a thing of question with me. First, you ain't seen none of the blaxploitation films and was disgusted. You would be horrified, but they're fun. They're like so like it's funny. Like what? Not funny. They wasn't intended to be funny then. Then it was like groundbreaking because black people really wasn't in a whole lot of film, and it was like people were making and producing their own movies as black people, and it was kind of like a dope thing. You need to watch them.
Oh,
but you see the Mac and Superfly.
I'll just let y'all have it. You know, I
don't refer to us as y'all.
I mean, as in y'all, the people who like those movies, because
see what I'm talking about.
I'm about to go through that because I watched all of those black movies last year.
Yeah, that's why you need to do it again. That's what I'm saying. Like this year,
I wanted to watch some good ones.
No, it's going. First of all, don't do that.
Because these are not good movies, but these are movies that you just kind of have to watch.
Last year, you did like black coming of age films and like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. This year, you do blaxploitation. Each year, we're going to do a category. Each year, you're going to get closer to being black again. And you're going to do, this year is blaxploitation films. You're going to watch Coffee, The Mac, Superfly, Shaft.
Mm-hmm.
That should be your thing. Because come on. Watch a new movie every week like you did.
I don't know.
You already a week in.
Because it's going to be too hard.
You need to watch once
I got
a day.
The Almost Blurry thing, and we got all these movies and stuff and TV shows that I'm obligated to watch every week.
Y'all can balance it out. You watch that, and then you watch Black Jesus.
No, because I'm not just watching one show. We're watching 2 episodes of Daredevil, 2 episodes of Peacemaker, the newest episode of Boba Fett. It's a lot.
I want this to be the episode where they be all like, Urban Lefter took off her headset and walked off, and it'd be groundbreaking. Like, why did Urban Lefter leave the set?
It's because she realized she was late for something else.
No, I am late for something else. But it's okay, I'll always be late. I am late for something else, but I'm always late. Like, I already asked for a delayed time, and nobody wanted to listen to me, so I'm going to show up.
Mm-hmm. When she show up, well, I want to leave y'all with 2 things that I found. The first one.
Dang, you didn't even say we was at the end of the show or not. You just started cutting to the end.
Yeah, because you already late for something. I'm trying to be considerate of the time that you're not being considerate of.
Child, I ain't considered my time doing that. I live in a different time zone. Excuse me, you know everywhere I live is a half hour behind.
Yeah, sure. So with that said,
over here, this part of New York that I live in is over here. It's only technically 10:32.
Oh, mm-hmm. Well, my first thing I'm gonna leave you with is this: something I've found on the internet about Jackie Chan. Like, if you've seen the Jackie Chan movies, this shit happens in every movie he in. Say Jackie Chan used to say, "I don't want any trouble," and then proceed to whoop everybody's ass while still saying, "I don't want any trouble." My last one. Have you ever sat back and thought about how the Power Rangers really used to skip school so they can jump some people?
Like bullies.
Like, they legit would, like, they in class and then suddenly like, oh, hold on, Zordon just called. I know we got an English test today, but we'll see if I can make that up. You know, them hoes ain't never graduate. Yeah, because they were never in school.
Yo, I never really thought about that. They badasses was really skipping school. And making it like, oh, they skipping school for the greater cause.
Yeah, they always just show up for the event at school where they can eat or they doing like a play or something, but they never in actual class.
Things that make you say,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only other thing I really would say now is something I already sent you before. Someone said, just because I'm big does not mean I like 2 positions. Please fold my big ass up. And this girl said, big girls like origami too. So, and that's that on that. That's that on that. But that's all I got for y'all big heads. You bald heads. He's calling somebody big head. Meanwhile, he's sitting up here with what looked like an afro wig and a beard and a scarf on over his nose because his hair has grown so much. He looks like a feral man. He's taking a picture of something. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm taking a picture of you.
Oh!
Since she wanted that, she had so much to say. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, look at that. I have a camera too. No, you go chat. I still got your ball head.
Take a picture of my phone? That's what you're going to do?
No, I still got you in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, bald heads. We will talk to y'all next week.
Bye.